Welcome back to Jam-Packed Business Made Easy with AI, where AI meets real business results. I'm Flora, and in every episode, we break down how to work smarter, not harder, with the latest AI tools, strategies, and real-world applications with real-world business owners. Today, we're sitting down with the founder of JamOut.ai, Jam AI, Jam, to talk about how the exciting relaunch of Club Jam and to give you an inside look of what's new, what's improved, and how it can help you boost efficiency, sell smarter, and market like a pro. Let's dive in. Hello, Jam. We meet again. How are you today?
Great, Flora. How are you?
We're doing all right. And we all of me. I do feel like lots of me's today, actually.
Well, you wear a lot of hats, and we're kind of turning into all these different AI bots that we're controlling too. So I get it. I'm glad you are all doing well. Nice.
So we're connecting today. We're doing a really important screen share. We're going to talk through it for those who are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcast. But Jam AI just got a pretty big makeover, particularly Club Jam, and it was really important that we talk through it and kind of go over some of these new updates.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it. And I really want to start by saying why we did the upgrade, if that's all right, before we get into it.
Please.
So AI is moving really fast. And for the
Yeah.
past 3 years, I have been working like a mad woman trying to keep everything up to date and changing out courses and finding like, oh, this one's out of date now. We don't need training on ChatGPT 3 or whatever else has been completely outdated in the past 4 months. So
Yeah.
that just got too hard. And we realized also that, we don't want to cap everyone else's education by what I know. And yeah, I'm a wicked smart woman. I understand that. But there's so much out there with AI, and there's so many amazing experts out there in different areas that I saw the opportunity to bring in other people. And
Yeah.
so Club Jam is completely reimagined from kind of what we had before was a course on AI. And now we're really community focused with an AI course that's all about the fundamentals of how to get started.
Wow. So for your monthly membership, you're still getting the course, which is incredible, and
Mhm.
then you're also getting this super hands-on community.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought today we could dive in and kind of talk through what those courses are and then also talk through what the community offers and answer any questions you might have.
Let's do it. So you go to jamout.ai.
Yep, you go to jamout.ai and you sign up for your Club Jam membership. And once you sign up, you can just simply click the little icon of the face. Sometimes it's
Okay.
your face and click on Club Jam. And then that takes you to our Club Jam portal. And this is where people should get started. So
Okay.
when you log in, you'll see all the courses that you have. So I recommend starting with AI Foundations.
Yeah.
AI Foundations has things like ChatGPT Mastery. We go through prompting. We teach you how to create like an AI business blueprint, which really walks you through like what is your business, your prospect, who's your customer, who's your competitors, and it
Wow.
builds this like entire landscape that you then train your AI on.
So when you say train your AI, talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I could go into ChatGPT right now and say, create a social media strategy for Instagram to promote our free AI mini course this week, and then just like upload the link. But if I did that along with my AI blueprint, my AI business blueprint, it would then have all that information about my product, my customers, my ideal client profile, the pricing, the links, everything that it would need to know to like educate it further. So that's what that's for.
Well, And not only are you educating your ChatGPT, but when you're taking this course, you're also educating yourself and learning what your ICP really is and what
Mhm.
what your brand voice really is.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, real quick on the AI foundations, we also go into some of our favorite AI tools like Claude, Notebook LM, Gemini, Manus, and some other image generation tools. But you did mention ICP, and the next one I would tell you to do is AI sales. And that first thing we do is use AI to really develop your ideal client profile.
So before you even jump into that is the foundations. And in true Jam fashion, I'm going to ask that we back up just a little
Sure,
bit.
sure.
Let's go back to the foundations. Um, and you mentioned those tools. Do people need to have those tools to be successful in this course?
Yeah, so the cool part about this is that these are foundational tools and we kind of tell you why for each one. But guess what? These are all free. So they're basically just tools that we want you to learn and have access to.
That's so cool. And you've already done so much research to know how to use these tools, which tools to even use, and that they are free. You did that research for these people.
Yes. And just to note, like, of course, if you use these to a certain extent, they want to charge you a fee, but you can use these for free up to a certain amount.
Yeah. And then scroll up a little bit. So before you even go to AI tools, in the AI foundations, you have for those who aren't able to watch, and you'll scroll up just a little bit more even. So you have the start here. Then you have ChatGPT mastery. That is what is ChatGPT, getting set up in ChatGPT account types and setup, training ChatGPT on your business for data, custom GPTs, images and videos, exam. So this is like a full on how to use ChatGPT. I love it. And then you have a ChatGPT mastery quiz. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we've had ChatGPT Mastery for a while. It's been one of our main courses at Jam AI. And of course, this is all new content. And we thought it would be fun just to do a little quiz at the end. And you also get a little certificate when you complete it. So the quiz really just goes over, have you been paying attention throughout this ChatGPT Mastery? Like it'll ask you little questions about what is a GPT or what sorts of files can ChatGPT look at or work with. I can't remember all the questions, but it's not too hard, but hard enough where we want to make sure you've been paying attention.
Yeah, no, that's super important. And it's like you want to make sure that they have that information before they move on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you go into all of that, and then you have all about prompting. And talk to us a little bit about your philosophy and like what made this, why is all about prompting its own section, four different courses. Talk to us about the importance of this portion.
Yeah. So again, with AI changing so fast, I'm sure you've heard of, prompt engineers, and that was kind of the big thing in 2024. And as all of these AI tools have just continued to progress and get better, you don't have to prompt them as much or as well. So we talk about prompting again across platforms, and I think that one's most important because when you think about it, every single AI tool that we work with, whether it's ChatGPT or maybe you're prompting a video in Flow, it's just really understanding that prompting is asking that platform to do a specific thing. And so when you're prompting a video tool creator, you want to think in a visual format. You want to know what to ask from a visual cinematography standpoint. And
Yeah.
so that's different than prompting ChatGPT, which is all text-based. And then we also talk about how we prompt an LLM to give us prompts because at the end of the day, prompts are just eloquent, long ways to ask for a specific thing. And so, of course, AI is probably going to do that better for us. For me specifically, I don't know how to prompt flow without AI because I wouldn't know what sort of lens to ask for. I wouldn't know what sort of style. So there's some examples and some prompts for people to try in here. And you can try this prompt across multiple different platforms and tools and just kind of see the different responses that you get.
Great, thank you. So we're back into AI foundations. We've gone over start here, ChatGPT mastery, all about prompting, and then build your business AI business blueprint. Talk to us a little bit about that, because that's the last section before you go into AI tools.
Yeah, so I talked a little bit already about the business blueprint, which is mostly that copy of your business and how you can train your LLM. I want
Yeah.
to talk about the other thing in there, which is custom prompts for your business. And
Okay.
so we actually have a tool that you just click into and fill out, and it'll give you prompts for your business. It's exactly what it says. So they will show up in your email. It's actually one of the Jam bots we built. And so a Jam bot is basically just a form that has been trained. It's an AI agent of sorts. It's been trained on how to write prompts, and it's actually a three-piece automation going from Typeform to ChatGPT Playground to your email. So it's kind of a fun way to explore an automation. You get to use one and to get free prompts for your business.
I mean, honestly, the value for just this one module is pretty incredible. Like people leave with so much information in just the foundations.
Yeah.
So then you've set up the foundations, and then as you already mentioned, you go to sales. Talk to us about and why is it that you have sales after foundation? What's the importance of that?
So I want to say this too. You can jump around between sales and marketing.
Okay.
Flora, you and I have talked about this, how we think they're really interchangeable and sometimes they're the same thing in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So, but if you're just setting up your business, say you're a new business owner, I would say go to sales next because we really start with identifying your client profile. And then we go into things like opportunity mapping, where we actually go and find where is your ideal client profile hanging out online? What are they interested in? How can you get in front of them?
Yeah.
Then we'll talk through prospecting tools, how to talk with them, how to sell to them. And then we also create a voice agent for sales. And so going back to your question, I think this is a good place to start because you have to really, really understand your ICP, your ideal client profile, before you go to this marketing because in the marketing module, we build tons of content for this ideal client profile.
Okay. Well, let's move on then. So we go through AI sales, and then we're really getting a grasp on who we're selling and what we're saying. You have prospect tools, opportunity mapping. Wow, there's some really good stuff in here. Voice agents for sales, meetings and proposals. Talk to us first
Mhm.
before we move on. Yeah, tell us a little bit about meetings and proposals.
I want to just jump in super quick and say
Yeah.
that, each little module, so meetings and proposals, has a video that goes along with it. And
Okay.
in the video, we're following along the workbook. So you'll see
Okay.
the workbook in there, and then we'll oftentimes go use specific tools.
Okay.
And not to jump ahead, we're not going to. But in the Clubhouse, which we'll show you soon, has links to all of these AI tools we're using, all of the workbooks and prompts that are inside of these. So I'm saying that because I want people to understand that this is a course, but it's super interactive
Yeah.
and everything's been really thought through as you go along with it. So make sure to click the links and review what's in the Clubhouse as you go along with each module.
So before you even to go into AI foundations, then you really need to pull up those workbooks that are found in the Clubhouse first.
Oh, so they're in the Clubhouse, but also every welcome one has the workbook and tells you where to get it. So yeah, you could start in either place.
Okay, very cool.
Yep.
So we've covered sales. I mean, briefly. People will just have to get in here and see. And
Yeah.
then let's say you move on to marketing. talk to us about marketing a little bit and what's in here. Because, I mean, this is a pretty important piece of anyone's business.
Yeah, the marketing one is definitely the most fun, and it's probably the most robust course we have. My background's in marketing, and so I like to have a lot of fun in it. So
Yeah.
once you understand your ICP, we get right into developing your voice and brand personality. So
Cool.
that's basically what is the best way to connect to your specific ICP.
Okay. And what are ways to do that? I see AI SEO, I see Canva, I see follow-up sequences.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways. So, in the voice and brand personality, we create your voice DNA framework. And so, this is really fun. Like for Club Jam, we use 40% Eliza Schlesinger, who's like a really funny comedian, sharp and witty, 35% direct results, a little bit like Alex Hermosi. And then we want
Cool.
to be 25% supportive and warm, like Amy Porterfield. So, it's kind
I
of
love
fun.
it.
So once you understand that, it's like, yeah, how do we get in front of them? So again, it's that opportunity map that we made in AI sales kind of
Yeah.
maps out where our ICP is. And then we have to create content to get in front of our ICP in those locations. So a lot of times it's social media creation, it's top of funnel offer creation. So what's something that your ideal client profile would want to download or start a free trial of or get a sample of. And then how can you really create that offer funnel and email marketing strategy to really keep them engaged?
I was talking to a client earlier and we talked about how marketing is just kind of this like huge term that has all of these umbrellas under it.
Hmm.
And even when you look at each of those pieces to this large marketing puzzle, people can get really overwhelmed at just each one of those pieces.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so this course is kind of looking at each one of those pieces and working alongside the workbook and making it feel like tangible and possible.
Yeah, and the other thing is making it a global view of your marketing and making sure that you see how it's all connected and you show up as a cohesive brand and have that same style, voice, and recognizable imagery everywhere you go. And so your top of funnel offer is maybe going to be a blueprint, right? And then your social media strategy, it needs to talk about that blueprint. Then your email marketing follow-up sequences, they need to promote that blueprint. And so it's just making sure that all of this is cohesive and comes together so that your brand becomes more powerful.
And then, and we talked about these workbooks, and I think those are so critical here. Talk to us a little bit about, as you were creating this, your vision. So as you're pulling this information and you're learning, let's stick to the ICP example, right? You're
Mhm.
really learning about your ideal customer profile. You're putting that information into your workbook. How do you make sure that you're not just collecting information and that you're actually putting one foot in front of the other and doing the work that, you're being guided to do?
Yeah, because AI can help us make a ton of content that we never use, right?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. That's why we created the workbooks because I think people can get lost. So, like for instance, this is the AI marketing workbook. And so each module is broken up, very clearly. And then there's prompts to copy, and you put your own business information in it, and then you capture your result. And at the end of each module, it's like, don't forget, put this into your whatever it is, your Notion, your Google Drive, a folder on your desktop. I don't care. For
Yeah.
us at Jam AI, we have a Google Drive. And so every single result from a module was put into it, and we called the folder Club Jam Results. And so that's been our way to train our agents and just have this amazing library of content that has everything that a marketing team would create for you for, millions of dollars. And
Yeah.
it took us 2 weeks to do in total.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So go down a little bit.
Should we go to
Wait, go back to
systems?
AI marketing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You're always jumping ahead
my
of me.
computer's there we go.
AI marketing, go down. Doo, 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 doo. And then it has jam bots. So talk to us a
Yeah.
little bit about these.
Yeah, so part of the content creation is, we have to create a lot. We have to show up in different places. So these are those jam bots that I was talking about, and you'll just simply click in, watch the little video, and then when you feel ready to use it, you'll click the link. And it's a little form that you fill out, and once it's complete, it'll actually email you the results.
Cool.
So yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool. So after sales,
Marketing, we go to systems. So AI systems is kind of where we do AI tool stacking and bring together everything that you've built in the AI marketing foundations and sales modules. And so we really talk through like what is an AI agent versus an automation, and then what are those platforms that are available to use out there. And this video is, I think, like 20 minutes long. Um, because we talk about each platform and show you an example of how it works. Um, Zapier is kind of where you build more of the automations.
okay.
Make.com also is more of automations, but they just came out with AI agents. And
Well,
we talk through how to like completely automate your Facebook marketing. We will completely automate simple follow-ups that maybe your platform can't handle. So, just a real life example in Zapier, we have all of our leads from our meta ads going into Zapier, and then it will put them into our CRM and subscribe them to a specific form. So it's like things like that that you used to need a web developer to create webhooks or custom development for. That's what you can do in Zapier and Make. And then Lindy AI has total full automation, and so does NAN and 11 Labs, which we talk about in AI sales in the voice agent module.
wow. And how much, you mentioned 2 weeks. Do you think it takes 2 weeks to go through this course, or why did you say 2 weeks?
Well, we did 2 weeks testing it out and going pretty fast. And, we have all of this knowledge already of how to use the platform. So
Yeah,
I think this is a do it at your own pace type program.
totally.
And it could take anywhere between 2 weeks and a year, and any of that's fine
Yeah.
because in the community, we're doing live trainings and inviting you to keep up to date there as well. So these courses are just here. They're always going to be here. We'll update them as need be, but we're not going to add training in here. All of the new training will be added in our community.
No, I love that. So we've gone over some of the modules. Have we covered all of them?
Yeah, that was it. There's 4.
Great. Okay. And then after, or as you're going through these modules, you
Mhm.
go back to the Clubhouse.
Mhm. So we can go to the clubhouse here.
And let's talk about what's in the Clubhouse.
Yeah, so the clubhouse is so fun. It's our newest edition. And basically, it has the workbooks from every module that you go through, but it also just has custom GPTs that you could use anytime. I mean, these do relate to specific modules within the courses, but if you just know you want to go in and create a video prompt, or you want to work on your AI SEO, then you would simply just launch it, and it
Yeah.
takes you to a pre-built custom GPT that is trained on exactly that.
Wow.
So,
Okay. So
yeah,
that's just plug and play. You could just use those without having to figure out how to prompt and
yeah, exactly. So you can just play with those whenever you want. We also have a plethora of prompts. These are mostly from the workbooks. But again, like if you go in here and you're just like, oh, I really want to talk about a social media content plan for the week ahead, then you would just go ahead and preview it and copy the prompt. And then maybe you're somebody that likes to use a different LLM like Copilot or you have Gemini, you would just put in your information or even better, upload your AI business blueprint and then you could use the prompt however you'd like.
Wow. And then from the Clubhouse, I see you can go to Club Jam courses. You've got, which we've
Mhm.
already covered in depth, then
Yep.
prompts, then custom GPTs. What's templates?
So templates are more copies of the workbook from every
Okay.
single course. And then just some of the really important things from the training. So your brand template, which is a Canva template. So you just click it and we have this in here that you can edit with your own brand because along with your AI business blueprint, if you upload your brand template into some of these LLMs and chatbots, it'll design things for you. So that's what that is. And then this is a brand template guide, and it has like every single size of social media banner that you would need, video, Facebook. So we suggest that when you're doing your marketing to make sure that everything's cohesive, right? So that's why we created this. So you just go in and create all of the content for all of your channels where you show up online.
Wow.
And then this is a worksheet to create your AI agents. And all of these are Google Docs that you can just make a copy of. So that's what those are. And then finally, we have AI tools. And this is a list of all of the tools that we either talk about or use in the Club Jam training. And these are always being added to. So go ahead and check them out. And you could just, visit the tool. You can see there's things in here like Google Search Console. And that's because we talk about submitting your sitemap in the AI SEO module. So it just takes you to the Google Search Console
Okay.
or Zapier, like we talk about. So you don't have to
Yeah,
look around for any of the tools.
they're just there.
Yep. And
And
then,
you mentioned
oh, yeah.
community.
Yes. So saving the best thing for last, I think.
Mhm.
This is our community, and we have a bunch of amazing members introducing themselves or sharing AI tips or tricks that they're learning. And then you can ask questions in here. We have a calendar of events where we do at least three live trainings a week, and
Wow.
we're adding more to those all the time. So we have like Learning with Tony, where he talks about the coolest, amazing AI tools that are coming out.
Wow.
We have accountability meetings where we talk about new AI developments, but also just check in on people as individuals because we know being a business owner is hard and lonely. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a time to connect and see, what are the wins of the week and what are your goals for next week and what are some ways that we could help each other. Then we have networking with you, and it's a great time to just meet each other. And, you know, in the last one, somebody was asking for sales help. And so it's nice to be able to just meet people and learn about their businesses and see how we could help each other grow.
Yeah. No, I love that.
And then we also have building with Jam, where I'll pop in and say, all right, today we're going to build a video with Flow, or today we're going to build a custom GPT. And yeah, we'll just build along with me.
Where you really slow down. So who is Club Jam for?
Club Jam is for anyone looking to learn how to use AI for either their business or their job. And so it can be for entrepreneurs, it could be for small business owners and managers, but we also have people who sign up their whole teams because they can see the writing on the wall and know that if they can make their employees more efficient, then, their whole business is going to run better. But we do
Talk.
individuals, like we really want to help the individual because no
Yeah.
matter if they're a team or a business owner, like everybody's on their own personal AI journey at a different level.
Yeah. And the teams, I want to talk to you a little bit more about that because as we're really digging into this, and yeah, I'm more connected than, a lot of people are. And, a lot of this is still so, new and fresh to me because of the rebrand. And
Hmm.
it's almost like having a marketing and sales consultant at your computer for
Hmm.
a monthly membership, plus the tools and the prompts in the community.
Yeah.
um, and when you talk about these AI teams, it's it's allowing each individual, as you mentioned, in at these companies to get that hand holding, that consultant like support that we discussed. So dig into that a little bit more. And you mentioned, at kind of their own pace, like talk to us a little bit about what that looks like and who that
Yeah.
best serves.
Yeah, happy to. Well, it's interesting because when developing our own ICP, it was confusing because, this all of this AI stuff is new and it's important for everybody to learn, but you can't have an ICP that's everybody. And so we are focusing on people who are looking to be more efficient in the workplace and make more sales and create smarter marketing. At the same time, learn about these AI tools that are coming out. And so, yeah, we do have a Teams version where we will give
Can you
discounted.
show that to us?
What was that?
Can you show it to us?
Yeah.
So talk through it for anyone who's not watching.
Yep.
You go to jamout.ai backslash,
Hold on. You go to AI training and then training for teams.
right? Easy.
Yeah. So here we go. Um, yeah, because here's what's happening. I'm going into organizations across the nation doing keynotes and workshops. And every time I stand on stage or get in a room, I have people raise their hands and I say, who uses AI every day? And people 2 years ago it was like 5 people would raise their hands. And now it's most of the room, I'd say 90% of the people are raising their hands. And then I ask, and who here feels confident that they're doing it right? And it goes back to like 3 or 4.
Mhm.
And I think it's interesting because I'll start asking questions about what tools they're using or what they're doing, and everyone's all over the board. Some organizations have, people who have never used ChatGPT and they don't plan to, all the way to people who are building custom AI bots to do most of their job for the day. And so that's why I think this is so important to have a team's plan, but the content and programming behind Club Jam serves individuals. But if you're a smart business owner with a team, of course you're going to enroll your team because you want them to be more efficient. You want them to use AI, and you also don't want them using your credit card, signing up for subscriptions for AI tools that will make them spin in circles and maybe don't do what they say, because there's a lot of that out there as well.
Well, and it's that nice balance between, consistent training and doing it at your own pace and what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, it's almost like a gym membership that companies offer, right? We want our employees to be healthy. Everyone's at different levels. They can use it however they want, when they want, but it's something that you offer, and it makes you a better boss and it makes you a smarter, healthier company.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
What else should people know about Club Jam before we sign off today?
I guess the last thing is that I'm just looking for AI experts all the time, and I'm meeting some amazing people to bring in. I have one guy named Kevin who is a AI bot builder, and he's been building 50 to 70 step AI bots that make phone calls. And I asked if he could make any that do my laundry, and he said not yet, but
Not yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'll be bringing in more people to do those live trainings. The other, just looking ahead for future plans, we want to do a in-person event, all on AI and bring in multiple people, experts from around the country and have a big AI event. So keep your eyes out for that for maybe fall of next year. It's a big idea right now.
How exciting.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much. And honestly, I'm here with you. I'm such a believer. I'm obviously, right here with you. And still every time I get in, I learn something that I don't know. So there's just so much in here. You put so much thought and time and energy, and it's so obvious. And I'm excited to dig in more.
Yeah, well, thank you for all your help. And also in this one, I did bring in my sister, who's an amazing project manager, to help me plan and organize this. So big thank you to both of you. And yeah, I'm glad we were able to do this, and I'll talk to you next time.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.